If you're a real estate agent in this market and you're struggling, but you want to work, let me repeat that. You want to work. You're going to work. You're going to be coachable. You're going to do uncomfortable things. That's what working is. I wake up every day and there's plenty of things I do that aren't comfortable, but all those uncomfortable things have got me to where I'm at, running the business that I run and having all the accolades and creating wealth and all the things I've been able to do because I've done uncomfortable things. I've been able to take risks. I'm willing to work for it. If you are that person, if you want to work, we're looking to hire more agents for our team. We're massively growing. There's a couple different opportunities for you as a real estate agent to come kind of try us out. You can go to jointheduo.com. You can register for our career night. You can set an appointment with us. You can apply for one of our open positions, all at jointheduo.com, or you can come out to our appreciation event. All of our team members will be wearing our Duncan Duo shirts. They'll be clearly labeled. You'll know who they are. And you simply come out and talk to some of them. And the appreciation event, April 12th, DuncanDuoParty.com from 12 to 3 at Emily Arena. If you're a real estate agent, you're thinking about joining us, please come out, please register. Please use it as an opportunity to meet our team. Please use this as an opportunity to meet me. Our team is growing. We just signed a deal with one of the largest real estate portals for an exclusive home seller program that's going to deliver more than 300 leads a month to my team for home sellers. We're already generating hundreds of seller leads, hundreds of buyer leads a month. We need more agents that want to work. There are a lot of real estate agents that, look, a couple years ago could make money and they really have to work very hard. They could sell a house and then go on vacation for a couple months and, stretch that commission checks out, okay? Because it was easy. There were more transactions. The transactions were easier. Today, you got to have somebody that wants to work. And if you want to work, if that's you, if you're struggling, if you're not getting the support that you need, if you need the coaching and the accountability and the occasional swift kick and you know what, hit us up, jointheduo.com, or come to our appreciation event. Again, DuncanDuoParty.com. Again, that's DuncanDuoParty.com. So I posted a video on my personal Facebook. I don't think we shared this on the business pages, but I posted this on my personal Facebook not long ago. And I said, I think we need Doge for the real estate boards, MLSs, and associations. And I had kind of a spirited debate. I had a couple people that disagreed and felt like they got so many great things from the real estate industry. But I had a lot of real estate agents feel a certain way about the money that we pay in to be a real estate agent, what kind of value that is being provided. There's certainly some scrutiny. I think one of the most positive things for our real estate industry about the message being sent by our federal government to cut waste and to improve is that I think everyone is going to start to hold their money a little bit more accountable than maybe they have been. I think we've discovered if federal government is finding all this waste and cutting all these programs that taxpayers were paying for, the politicians don't pay us. I saw one not long ago on TV saying, well, we pay you, let us in, or it was some sort of controversy at one of the buildings that Doge was starting to, do something with. Politicians don't pay us, we pay them. It's we the people, right? Real estate agents, similarly, I think a lot of times feel like the MLS and the boards and the associations rule us, like they pay us, and it's opposite. We pay them. So there's certainly nothing wrong with us wanting to hold accountable the dollars that we spend in these organizations. Well, they've certainly had some victories over the years. There's been a lot of things that the real estate industry and lobbyists for NAR and FAR and local MLSs and associations have done that have been terrific for the real estate industry. Homestead exemptions, property tax exemptions, income tax exemption for homestead properties. Now, the last few years, those organizations have lost. They've taken a lot of L's. They've taken a lot of L's when it comes to, co-broke cooperation. They've taken some L's with these class action lawsuits and kind of really just getting steamrolled. I mean, absolutely steamrolled in court by some of these plaintiff attorneys pursuing these organizations. So there is one thing they're doing right now, though, that I'm pretty excited about, that I think is super positive. So while you can certainly support cleaning up efficiency, making things more effective, cutting waste, cutting dumb things that our money is spent for, they are lobbying right now to reduce the amount of income tax that homeowners pay on their primary residence. It's been a long-held IRS thing, and again, consult your CPA. Every situation's different. I'm not giving you tax advice, blah, 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 blah. If someone sells their primary residence and they're a single person, they can exempt up to $250,000 of the profit from taxes. If they're married, they can exempt up to $500,000 of the taxes, okay? So there is a push to raise that number. And I think especially with property values having risen up. This bill's been on the books for a really long time. Property values have pretty dramatically risen. So that 250 and 500, especially for, elderly people that are getting to the end of life, that are going to sell the property. There's just a lot of reasons why there is a push to change that. So that is one good thing that's being worked on right now that I think is super pro homeowner, not just pro realtor, but pro homeowner for, reducing tax consequences. So we'll see how that works. We'll see if that ends up coming through the budget bill or any other further lobbying. But that is one thing they're attempting to do that I think would be pretty positive for the real estate market and for a lot of homeowners that sell their properties that have those kinds of gains. Now, again, is someone going to have that gain if they bought a year or two ago? I mean, not unless they're selling a really expensive house, but people that owned their home a long time may have that gain. And I think a lot of the people, I talk to elderly people who have lived in their home a long time, and they say things like, look, I probably have $1 million in equity in my home, but it's all I have. And I can't sell it because I don't have the ability to pay the taxes on the 500 that I would go above the number. So there's people that kind of get landlocked, and some of those elderly people that can't move into a facility or, so I think it is a good thing. I'm hopeful that it ends up passing. Who knows if it does, but that is something that our associations are lobbying for to help homeowners, and specifically homeowners that have a lot of equity and who it's tending to be demographically based on all the research and study I've done. People that have been in their home a long time, more likely to be elderly, more likely to not want to do a reverse mortgage and have the expense and debt and interest, and more likely to risk their home in a flood, all of these things. And then they stay put simply because they can't afford to pay the taxes on selling the home. So again, something good that's happening in boards and associations, even though I've been pretty anti them lately, that is one good thing that is happening in real estate right now. It's funny, I had something pop up the other day where somebody asked me, what would you do if you were a brand new real estate agent today? If you jumped into real estate in 2025, what would you do? It's interesting because when I got into the business, the market was roaring, but it wasn't long before it pretty much crashed. And we're certainly not in a crash today. It's a more challenging market than it was maybe a few years ago, but certainly nothing compared to what it was in the Great Recession. So I think that where the failure rate is so high in real estate agents is that our industry, specifically with reality TV and social media, most of that is fake BS. People aren't getting into this industry on the regular. There are certainly outliers and rare exceptions, but people aren't getting into this industry and, 6 months in buying a new Lambo and a luxury condo in Miami. The real estate agents that are talking about transactions on these reality TV shows, it's just not reality. They're making it look easier than it is. The reality is, if you're going to get into the real estate business today, you've got to have an insatiable work ethic and you got to be willing to grind. If you're not willing to do those two things, if you think it's going to be easy or a get rich quick scheme, or you're just going to jump in and start making it rain, this ain't that market. This ain't for you. Go do something else. Go chase the next get rich quick scheme. But if you want to work and you want to be coached and taught, it's actually a really good time to establish great fundamentals so that you can be in this industry and build wealth long term. So if I were a new agent, I'd look at maybe joining a team so I could have lead support and a mentor. I would attend every free educational event that I could to learn, and I would create a lot of video content. Today that's the new voice. Obviously, I've spent millions of dollars on mass media locally to brand my business and buy leads and generate a brand. A lot of that can be done for free today. Even on a smaller scale, you can make a great income as a real estate agent, but it's video that has to do it. So if you did those three things, I believe you'd be successful. So hopefully that helps. If you want that coaching, that support, and that team environment, hit up jointheduo.com or come out to our appreciation event April 12th, 12 to 3, Emily Arena, DuncanDuoParty.com.